last thing you want when you're about to take down some Maleficar out in the woods is to have him point and laugh at your tasting clothing, am I right? If the king wants to see you and Duncan, you probably shouldn't keep him waiting. He might get mad, start crying. You'll feel bad.
I miss the smells of Saharon. Tea and incense and the sea. Ferelden's smells of wet dogs. True, I was trying to forget that part.
If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows pause. So let me serve you instead.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone.
The weak must learn to protect themselves.
Right, those helpless bastards. How dare they?
You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Kunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly. Yes, we have no such things in our lands. This should be remedied.
Horror awaits those who perish outside of the Maker's forgiveness!
Just the thought of the two of them together, kissing and licking and intertwined on the floor of the deep roads. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the tent for a moment. Excuse me.
The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, and roasts not, nor gloats over the misfortunes of the weak, but takes delight in the Maker's law and creations.
Boasts. It's boasts, sister, not roasts.
She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next.
Peace, sister, peace. She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her...
There's no veal in the chant. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Meet me in the back alley behind the Nod Noble Tavern.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody! Ha 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 ha!
Quiet, Uncle!
Puppy! Puppy! It would be a simple enough matter to poison the food in camp, or cut our throats while we sleep.
You seem rather charmed by the idea.
It would seem an appropriate result of sparing your life.
Ah, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you then. The next time I'm spared, I will be sure to immediately turn upon my benefactors. Will that do?
You fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
This is a dream. I'm not a fool, Warden. I remember seeing the Karashok there have his head torn off.
Well, at least it's not a great loss.
You are so entertaining, Kadan. You should perform in the square with the other trained monkeys. We could throw you peanuts.
Ah, woman! You and your women are too old and shriveled. Too many damn clothes, right, boys? Ha ha ha! Oars, we go to the docks. Let's find us some wenches!
Yes? Your man is dead. Get over it.
I feared this day would come.
You do still intend to kill your target, do you not? Is your reputation not on the line?
Are you still on about this woman?
Yes. Your man is dead. Get over it.
I feared this day would come.
Oh, good. For a moment there, I thought you were going to go on a weepy tirade and try to share your feelings.
Oh, you must excuse the shabby accommodations. I try to be a good host, but you see what I have to work with. This country smells like wet dog everywhere. I cannot get this smell out. Even now it is in my hair, my clothes. Ugh.
I am led to believe that the crows would never permit such a transgression. They will come after you and enforce.
It has come to my attention that the crows are not always successful when pit against the Grey Wardens and their companions.
Perhaps they will send someone competent next time.
Yes?
Oh, please. I am so sure I am the one who has to do this.
What? This is terrible. My beloved.
Why would anyone be content with stupidity?
I'm sure there's a moral in here somewhere. It's something to do with building bridges with friends or some such.
Is there any religion that does not thrive upon guilt, like a glutton at his lunch? No, I thought not.
And now the self-flagellation? Oh, that is what comes next in these things, no?
I don't know. I am feeling a little peckish, though.
Parshera, here. Munch on these if you like.
Oh, cookies!
I am content to part with them if it saves us from this fool. There was a child, a fat, slovenly thing, in the last village we passed. I relieved him of these confections. He didn't need more.
Be careful with that package, you lazy slut. It's worth more than you'll make in 10 years.
How did a child survive that? The crater is still smoking. It's a boy. 5 fingers, 5 toes. That's all that matters to me. The Maker has answered our prayers. Let's go home, Marta, and raise the Tyke as our own.
I stand in awe. Really?
Congratulations. You found a waste bin.
Nice vase. I should get one for my house.
Tell me, are all the villagers dead? Some got away then. How unfortunate. I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
I don't appreciate foreign objects invading my personal space. Well, usually.
Hello? That is, I am sorry. I didn't mean to offend you in any way. I'm sorry.
But the urn belongs to all the faithful. How can you deny this to them? No, we must share it.
Deny them a corpse? Unthinkable indeed.
And perhaps charge an entrance fee, no?
Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
It rhymes? 'Tis a rhyming tree.
I thought we were already being extra careful. Does that mean we have to be extra careful now? Great. And there I was enjoying my nap.
How should I know? My mother was a whore, as you'll recall.
Does anyone else feel the urge to vomit? No? 'Tis just me?
Elf magic.
That's me, Mr. Charm. Are you sure you're not a baker? 'Cause you got a sodding nice set of buns.
I've got this nefarious plan to go around to each of them and secretly tell them all the nasty things you said. That way they'll mutiny and I shall become the group leader.
Who they send next? The Darkspawn tax collectors?
I see your friendship with the Grey Warden is going very well.
Is there a reason you say that with a smirk, elf?
I think you know. You and I are not so dissimilar after all. I know what you're doing, lovely woman.
And what is it that you think I am doing? Besides the Grey Warden, that is.
Happening again. Step right, Maker's breath. Oh, beg your pardon, friend. You, startled me a bit. You've, heard of me?
Where is my sword?
I don't know what you mean, sir. I don't have it, I swear by Andraste's knickers. I sold it on the way here. No, I swear I don't have it. I sold it to a dwarf in Redcliffe, name of Dwin. I'm not, I promise you.
We'll see.
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched?
What are you trying to do, woman?
I was not attempting to do anything, and do not speak to me in that tone.
With the Warden.
Did you desire a demonstration? I do not even want to think from what manner of substance a cave-dwelling people would create their spirits.
Why would such a small people build things so tall? They must own an impressive array of ladders.
So I wonder, do you intend to take your mother's place now?
Take her place? What do you mean?
As the new Witch of the Wild. That was her title, no? When one slays the queen, it's assumed they'll take her throne.
Considering the throne is a small shack in the middle of a cold wilderness, I think I may just pass.
And why would you lie to me, I wonder?
Is this the part where you hint at some subtle plot of mine? Because you are so very perceptive?
So you didn't know what your mother planned until you read it in that book. That's what you said.
That is correct.
I admire you. You are a wicked, wicked woman.
And you are a fool who spends far too much time on his hair.
Is this some sort of mass suicide?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrowmont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
So, are you going to continue staring at me as if I am covered in eels?
Eels would be something.
Prudery. How charming. I expected paranoia. This is much better. I prefer to be stared at lustfully, if at all.
Keep trying, then.
Oh? Then shall I demonstrate an act or two, and you may tell me hot or cold?
I'll save time. Cold.
You are a tease.
Why do you call yourselves crows? Crows are scavengers, not killers.
I heard that at one time they considered calling us the Castrovs, but, you know, it didn't sing. It didn't dance.
Do you know of the Cassandra, the sundew in the common tongue?
I do not believe so.
No. You are so alike, I thought you kindred.
What is that supposed to mean? What is the sundew?
A flower.
Oh? I am a flower, am I? How unexpected.
That entraps and devours insects.
Ah, now that I expected.
You seem to have quite the disdainful attitude towards elves, my Kunari friend.
Don't take it personally, Elf. I have a disdainful attitude towards everyone.
You idiot! This isn't the vault! We have to get out! What makes you think anyone here would turn me, this person in?
God! By all the beards of my ancestors! How did you... Where did you come from? You made a hole in my wall! First you send my daughter to the surface, and now this!
Even if I were interested in a small thing like you, the Qunari act is unpleasant.
Unpleasant? Unpleasant how? Now I really am interested.
Deadly.
And what if I didn't mind? I enjoy a little animation.
You'd be less animated afterward.
The most likely outcome is that it and its companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon. I shall be moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
What exactly are you drinking, my fine dwarven friend?
You can't have any.
Do not worry. The stench is worse than your feet.
What are you doing smelling my feet, huh? Is that some Antivan perversion?
You seem so deep in thought, my dear Sten. Thinking of me, perhaps? The two of us together at last?
Yes.
What did you say?
You will need armor, I think. And a helmet. And something to bite down on. How strong are human teeth?
How strong are my teeth?
Qunari teeth can bite through leather, wood, even metal given time. Which reminds me, I may try to nuzzle.
Nuzzle?
If that happens, you'll need an iron pry bar. Heat it in a fire first, or it may not get my attention.
Perhaps it would be better if we did not proceed.
Are you certain? If it will satisfy your curiosity.
Yes. Yes, I think it is best.
So, Antiva. Wonderful place. Full of Antivans.
What? Lead? Me? No leading. Bad things happen when I lead. We get lost, people die, and the next thing you know, I'm stranded somewhere, without any pants.
I would have thought saving the surface would have involved less walking.
Little legs getting tired?
I thought these people had animals, horses and such.
In Orlais, perhaps, but not here. If you like, I could hoist you up on my back.
Hey now, don't start with the...
Yes, climb up, and I'll cart you around like a child. Marvelous fun.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire.
I got the impression it involved sex, but then I get that impression about most everything. Odd, really.
What? Miss Orzammar? Are you mad, in addition to being ugly?
If you're not bleeding, I don't care. Well, I could keep you company. Maker, they put a lot of buckles on this thing.
May the stone honor you.
When you fall.
I am insulted. A veteran campaigner, am I? And Oli is as bereft of parents as anyone's ever been.
My mom is especially dead.
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes? Oh, so that's what we're talking about. Well, if you really want to know, you tell me first. And apparently you have no shame as well. Well, all right, I'll play along. I, myself, never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know. Oh, that's funny. Your cruel japes will be remembered, sir. If you hear sobbing later, that's me crying myself to sleep.
There are a lot of unfortunates in the alienage, sir. Many veterans, orphans, the diseased, and sad tales of all sorts.
I still don't have my parents.
Yes, sir. And poor Oli still doesn't have his parents.
You never did answer my question about that filth you so enjoy.
That's right, I did.
How is it that you never seem to run out? Are you purchasing it somewhere?
Nobody sells the good stuff.
Then are you making it? I don't see a still at the camp. And you aren't walking around with a keg, so unless you're... Oh, no.
What? Where's that perverted elven mind of yours gone?
That would explain the smell. Suddenly, I'm not so interested in trying a sample.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
Wait, what? No! When did this get decided? Nobody's decided that. Have they?
Such sinister glares do you a disservice, dear Morrigan. Yours should be a face that smiles.
Do tell.
Has no one told you? Perhaps that is not surprising, considering you have lived such a sheltered life. Were you a woman of the city, you would be accustomed to men showering you with praise and gifts.
I know as much of men as I need to. I know when one is indulging in pointless flattery, for instance.
It is flattery only if I exaggerate the truth to please you. I am but stating a simple fact.
Tell me, does this work on other women?
I think any woman would like to hear the truth of how her beauty affects a man. Do you not?
I think that sort of manure is best reserved for farming.
Ah, one day you will realize that you have wasted your youth and beauty on bitterness and suspicion. Mark my words.
Remind me to bring you along if we go sailing. The hot air will prove useful.
Well, aside from the fact that she's a complete and utter bitch, no, I don't like her at all.
I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole.
She seems to want it anyway, and I know I don't. So, yes? Maybe? I don't know.
My first act as Queen must be to insist on receiving Alistair's oath before all the lands meet, to relinquish all claim to the throne for himself and his heirs.
Oh, I never wanted it. I mean, yes, of course. Happily, in fact.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
So the archdemon is next, is it? Well, good luck with that.
Is there any boon you might request of Ferelden's Queen? An excellent point. We can begin with a monument here in Denerim, dedicated to Alistair and all the other Grey Wardens who fell to save us. Alistair. And all the other Grey Wardens who fell to save us. Alistair. Alistair. My friends, we are gathered to celebrate Alistair.
I can shrug and look stupid. It's a talent.